Fade in, Northridge Hospital, daytime. Wally Crowder rushed to the bedside of his buddy Garrett Warren, a movie stuntman who'd been shot with real live bullets.
I run into Garrett's mom and realize I'm gonna lose my friend. He's not gonna make it.
Garrett was in critical condition.
All these things run through your head, the time you spent together, the things that maybe you should have said that you didn't. It was rough.
Shot 3 times in the body and once through the eye, all at close range. Hard to imagine anyone surviving it. Ready for our second twist? It's one that neither Garrett's family nor the gunman saw coming. This is Garrett Warren today.
Thank God I'm still here. I mean, I was very fortunate. I was very lucky, very blessed.
To the surprise of the doctors treating him, Garrett Warren pulled through. And he lived to tell the story of the night he was almost murdered. A flashback as vivid now as it was then. Here's bullet 1.
To be honest with you, when a bullet hits you, you don't really know that it hits you. It's not like you see in the movies. And as I slipped to the side and it hit me center mass, it went right in front of my chest, passed by my heart, and is now stuck in my rib cage right here, and is still there.
Then bullet 2.
So I looked down, I looked back up, and here came another one, and I slipped my head to the side, and when that happened, the bullet hit me here in the neck and went straight out my back.
Bullet number 3.
Then I realized, okay, this is for real. So I went to close the door, and he shot center mass at me, and when he did, I was turned sideways, and he hit me here in the hip, and it went straight out my back and past my hip. That one hurt. You know, that one hit my bone.
If that sounds gruesome, then hang on for what's next.
I fell back behind my door to the ground, and then he walked in and put the gun to my head, and when the gun was placed to my head, the first thing I did was when I saw him squeeze the trigger, I flinched just like this, like a fighter would. And as I did this, the bullet hit me here in the eye, went straight through my eye and came out my ear and got stuck in the wall behind my head.
Those are some pretty good reflexes.
Yeah, I mean, but if it was the Matrix, it wasn't good. You know, that's like Keanu going back and the bullet actually hitting him. So as much as I moved, I still got hit.
Somehow, the bullet that went through Garrett's head missed his brain.
You know when they tell you your life passes before your eyes? It doesn't pass before your eyes. You run through it. You think about everything that happened in your life, and you wonder, did I do anything wrong and did I not make up for it? Am I ready to die?
At the time of the shooting, Garrett's mother was at his home helping with baby Kyla. Garrett's mother ran to see what was happening, and the gunman took 2 shots at her, but he missed. And then, out of bullets, he fled.
I looked at her and I said, you know, I love you, Mom. I'll see you on the other side. My mom said to me, don't you die. I was shocked. That hit me harder than the bullets. My mom never swore. And here she was, she shook me and she says, don't you die. You've been a fighter all your life. Fight one more time for me. And I looked at her and I said, all right, you got it. I'm not gonna go, I'll stay.
As Garrett ran through his life, he looked back on his failed marriage to Claudia Harrow.
It was true love. It was the things that poetry was written about, you know, the things that movies were made of.
Hi, Daddy. What's up?
That brief marriage produced their daughter Kyla. And even though the marriage didn't last, the bond both parents felt with Kyla surely did.
My daughter's being born was amazing. It was the most amazing part of my life, and it's probably one of the greatest things that I can leave as my legacy, I guess.
But when the marriage broke up, there was a nasty fight over who would get custody of Kyla. In the midst of it, Claudia made perhaps the worst accusation you can make. She claimed Garrett had sexually molested their daughter. After a thorough investigation, a family court judge ruled that there was no evidence of abuse. But it was shortly after that that the gunman showed up at Garrett's home. So naturally, detectives brought in Claudia for questioning.
It was just another road that we went down, you know, during the investigation. You know, it's like, hey, could it be an ex?
Claudia was cooperative. She didn't appear to have any ties to the shooting, and she had a strong alibi for that evening. She even expressed concern for Garrett. Investigators were satisfied she wasn't involved. So they kept talking to Garrett, who'd gotten a glimpse of the man who shot him.
It was very difficult to decipher what his ethnicity was because I was looking through a little peephole in my door.
Not somebody you knew.
No, never knew him before.
As Garrett recovered from his wounds, the sheriff's department tried to piece together some theories. I'm guessing detectives asked Garrett if he was carrying on with somebody else's wife or girlfriend.
Yes, everything was being looked at in his life and his lifestyle, his business.
An exciting, high-energy lifestyle. From the gym he owned to the film circles he ran in, Garrett Warren had no shortage of adventures. But investigators received a tip suggesting that Garrett also had enemies.
Lost Hill Sheriff Station received an anonymous letter just kind of advising that there was some people involved at the gym that Garrett was having some kind of relationship with, people that might be of interest to detectives, that they might want to question these people.
Detectives checked out every name that came up. They followed up on every lead, but they hit a dead end at every turn. Depressing?
Very depressing. Sometimes you just need that one break. You need a phone call that somebody wants to really give up some information, give us another road to go down, give us another adventure to try.
It took almost 2 years before that break arrived. That's when police in another county, searching a car for drugs, instead found a note and a photo that would make clear just what kind of danger Garrett Warren was facing.
Coming up, was Garrett Warren's would-be killer about to try for take two?
I'm scared to death someone's going to come back and finish it.
When Dateline continues.